Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pathologic 3. Previously, we ended the game. We escaped town and got, an ending. Well, a variation of an ending, because, it was kind of a failure state ending. But we've got plenty more to see. We've still got to finish up day 11, we're due day 12, and I'm sure there's more in store. But currently, let's continue day 11. Okay, so moving on, I think the most interesting thing that's going on right now is that... Ooh. The army is going to storm the polyhedron. I want to go there. And we also have a quest with the Clara and the Rat Prophet. If I do this quest, if I get human bones for the Rat Prophet, he'll Pied Piper all the children out of the polyhedron to save them all. But I'm most interested in going there right now and seeing what's going on, so let's do that. Hello. Hey, mister. Guess which hand? The right. So close. Only one attempt left. Seriously? With so many choices, how can I decide? The left? You guessed it. Now let's switch. You hide something, I'll guess. Fine. Which hand? Guess. That's not how you play. If you're asking which hand, you're supposed to hide something first. I haven't got anything, girl. Sorry. But I do. A note from the angry man. Here, take it. But you'd better not go to him. I saw his eyes. He'll kill you. Who's angry with me now? Thank you for the warning. I'll stay alert. Oh, Ruben. Oh my god, I just got flashbacks. Denkovsky, we need to meet. Come to my apartment in the hindquarters, across from Stompenson's pub, in case you forgot. Not at the warehouse, this Stanislav Rubin. I just got flashbacks to Pathologic Classic, where Rubin was sending you death threats, and he was always being, like, you were always warned to stay away from him. Emergency appointment. The embittered Rubin wants to meet one last time. I think he blames me for Lara's death, so I'm very curious to see what that's about. Hello? Mayday, Imshim. The warden expects you in the empty house on the bank of the Gorkin, where the shelter for the miserable used to be and where nothing but drafts remain. Who is this warden? I don't know him. You are a funny one, Tenig. You saved the warden from the clutches of Suak, and now you're asking who the warden is. Oh, you mean Barah? It didn't take you long to accept him. At first you shied away, as if from a stranger. Where did you say I could find him? Shagnana Gush Emshim, the house where the hungry used to be fed and the sleepless lulled the sleep. But Gary is in Eherner left the house, and now it's empty. Ah, the shelter. The Raffles house. Is this the place I see? Wow, 2 messengers in one day. I don't know what to expect, but some things will be clearer in the shelter tonight. Oh my god, so many interesting things are happening. I need to do everything all at once. Fuck. Okay, let me focus. Let's sit tight and do what I was gonna actually do. Any minute now, the soldiers are waiting for the order to evacuate the polyhedron. The children are loading their rifles. Wait, are they armed? Oh my fucking god, are they armed? Also, why is there so much going on here? Okay, we're gonna ignore this for now. I'm 90% sure the entire scene going on here is about this. We'll interact with it later. I already miss Eva. We'll get her back, I swear. Okay, here's the army. Ovazin, where the devil have you been? You were supposed to report back 5 minutes ago. Sorry, sir. I'm afraid there's nothing to report. The kids, well, they're kids. What kind of negotiations can you have with them? They throw rocks, hurl insults, and ignore lawful demands. I ask you not to take any action. Let me speak to the children myself. Excuse me? Who are you? What makes you think you have the authority to ask anything of an officer? I'm Danil Denkovsky, the head of the emergency command dealing with the epidemic. Enough. You'd better be, enough. You'd better be in another part of town when we get the signal to evacuate the children immediately. We don't interfere with your work, so do us the same favor. Do you think I like this order? But General Block is right. The children must be evacuated from the city by the end of the day. Period. Oh no. Looks like you know nothing about the children of this town. They'll resist you to the end. So they're evacuating them by force. I don't know if that was ever addressed previously, because the kids all do get evacuated, but that just kind of happens in other games. Everything is even worse than I expected. Defensive fortifications are ready. The war of children wasn't enough. Now a war with children is imminent. Oh no. Everything is sending chills down my spine. Fortify the left flank. Some sort of parliamenter has snuck in. That's the doctor. That's the one tormenting people with the plague in the theater. Oh, really? He'll get a rock right in the eye from me. Please keep your rocks where they belong. I come in peace. Fuck. Please keep your rocks where they belong. I come in peace to talk. They won't shoot us, will they, Doctor? Please say they won't. Oh, God. I don't know. Can't be sure of anything these days. They can shoot all they want. I dare them. They think we can't fight back? No, sir. We have a couple of aces up our sleeves, too. If a massacre starts, they won't enjoy it. This is not a game, kid. They have rifles. Real ones. If a bullet hits you, you will die once and for all. Do you understand that? Please tell them not to shoot. I'm scared. This is how our world works. When riot-toting adults make demands, you have to obey. Just don't provoke them and you'll be fine. Will too. We totally will. You can go ahead and tell them that. We'll keep provoking them and we'll never come out. This is our home. Maybe I wanted to die for my home. Maybe that's how far I'm willing to go. Let those full-grown jackasses carry our bodies out of here. Feet first. Seems like you kids have gone to seed without Khan. Khan's not here anymore. He left us, so we're on our own. I'm sure this conflict can be resolved without bloodshed. And I'm sure you've got roaches living in your ears. Did I tell you to scram? Didn't I tell you to scram? You need to calm down, kid. At least don't throw rocks needlessly. Where will you find more this high up? Oh no. All my authority seems insufficient to intervene. But first I must understand what I need. Oh no. Doom. Doom. The sense of doom is massive, is immeasurable. Maybe if Khan were here, we could, negotiate better. But I think let's, try and Pied Piper these kids away with the help of two very suspicious and possibly untrustworthy people. Alright, let's go to the station and see if I can find these bones for the Rat Prophet. Alright, this is gonna be our third time running through the train graveyard. I'm just supposed to find some children bones. Bones of a child who suffered greatly.
Boiling, cracking, screeching. Living.
Not really sure. I don't know, maybe I should be feeling a sense of doom about this as well. Oh, look at that. Didn't know that was here. How do I continue on this way?
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
There's another one. I swear to God these weren't here before.
Tired of this noise.
Oh. Bone of the Lost One. Yeah, these were here last time. Presumably a child's bone found in a wasteland among lost belongings, either lost years or decades ago, or gnawed clean not very long ago. Excellent material for a flute. There was more bones. I remember that.
You're too high strung.
Okay, although I remember that Clara wanted something as well. The Rat Prophet wanted the bone, and Clara wanted something else. Oh, here's something. Is this hooks?
Hear this.
Oh. Hooks. To free a fish caught on a hook, they tear its throat. A handful of bone hooks, rare due to local superstitions. Clara claims she needs them to influence people. The technology is not understood. What's that? Okay. Thoughts. I found several hooks. I think they'll do the symbolic meaning. I found several hooks. I think they'll do. The symbolic meaning is primary. I'm sure the tricksters don't need this junk. They just want to run me around. But I found the required items. Now let them try to refuse. Okay. Please. I fear for the children.
It was
Okay, I've come back with the items. Well then, Hairless. Back again? Decided to accept our help. You're not as feeble-minded as I thought. I have the bones and hooks. What now? Good, human. Hand them over. I promise you won't regret it. Oh, this deal stinks, but it seems I have no other choice. The children must be brought out at any cost.
See? I'm not holding you back. Let each of us find our own path.
I lost our wager. 10 hooks. Prophet, here they are. Take them. Were you betting on me? Pied Piper. Abandoned tower. The Rat Prophet and the Changeling assure me that soon the children will voluntarily leave the polyhedron together. I got what I wanted. Oh dear. What is this connected to? The children have been evacuated from the polyhedron. Has the polyhedron really emptied? Hard to believe until I see it with my own eyes. Does that mean I can go up it? It's polyhedron time! Can we survive the journey up the polyhedron? Wait, there looks like the kids... Oh no, that's the army. They've advanced on it. Oh, nothing feels right. Overzin, where have you been? I told you to report as soon as possible. Where's Noskov? Noskov, that's just it, sir. We went into the tower, and it seems he fell through a wall. I don't even know what it was. He touched the wall, and it, well, sort of sucked him in. Oh, I take it the polyhedron has been evacuated? The 15th company led them away, with their full and voluntary consent. Or was it the 16th? Can't remember, damn it. Help me out here, Overzin. Help me out here, Overzin. Sorry, sir, but you seem to be mixing something up. Both of those companies fell at Fairwoods. But some soldiers were here, and there was music, a lullaby. I suppose that's how they soothed the children. And you didn't see where the children went? If our guys took them, they took them to the station. There are rail cars waiting there. And who else would take them if not our guys? The Jerboas from the steppe? Oh no. What happened? I doubt they were let out through the station, but it's worth a look. Like industrious ants, soldiers scurry up and down the stairs. The army took the height without a single shot. Is this what I wanted? Oh. Oh. This ever-present sense of doom. It isn't fading. I don't know what I did to the children. And also, is it even going to be worth it to come up here? Oh, whoa, loading screen. I guess that makes sense. This is a big tower. They don't have like little fidget toys along the walkway up for my mania? I feel like this is gonna be pointless to walk up here. I mean, this is my chance, though. Isn't an impending sense of doom a sign that death is near? Oh, I don't know. Are we almost at the top? Like one more wrap around and we're good. One more wrap around and we're good. I think a lot of people are about to die. I'm not surviving the journey down. Daniel's shooting is gonna shoot himself on the most beautiful creation of all of existence. We also don't have very much longer in this day. Do a flip on the way back. Do we think they included the achievement from Pathologic 2 to jump off the polyhedron? They do that one again? Whoa! Oh my god, don't fall. It feels very like gear-like, these things. Okay. Was it all for naught? Oh no. Was it? Well, I was allowed up here. It seems I'm not allowed to enter it. I mean, this is a very interesting part. This is new. Didn't look like this in Pathologic 2. Well, we finally got to climb the polyhedron. And, it's a sight we've seen before, if you've seen the top of the polyhedron before, really. But, Daniel's supposed to have some special privilege. He's supposed to see it as differently. But maybe that's just not yet for us. Well, were you invited? I go places uninvited all the time. Birdie. I'm allowed. Whoa. I got kicked out. The end of the day has come, in which a scene unfolds.
People like him feel the urge to bring any deed to completion. Out of principle, simply to remain nothing undone. To them, a deed incomplete is a weakness, even if the result is woeful. That's his young age speaking. But also, his personality, of course. He was a daring young man.
He got himself a memorial. Stop the epidemic. Attaboy.
Didn't he flee? Refuse to act? Give up?
Perhaps he came back. Fixed his mistakes.
No mistake can be fixed. Ever.
Okay. Who was that speaking at the beginning? I thought it was Artemy, and then Artemy started speaking. Merciful teleport back. And Bachelor's dying once again. I feel like we've had like 3 pantomimes now where Daniel has died in some way. Okay, for the first time I need to develop a vaccine on my own. But yeah, I thought the hospital was shut down. No entry for civilians. The former theater, also the former hospital, has been requisitioned for military use. Where are my equipment? And the patients? Where's Little? The entire contents were moved to Hermanov. Tell me, what do they call that house? House of the Living, something like that. A shelter, basically, for the destitute. The closest thing to the former hospital, supposedly. Everything got hauled there. All your crap is there now, including your Little, whatever that is. If Little was among your things, then Little is in the House of the Living now. Oh. Is General Block aware of this? I believe he'll be very surprised when I inform him. General Block gave the order personally. This is an army hospital now. There's no need to report anything to the general. He left town hall today and is making rounds to inspect the lines. Do you have any idea what you've done? There's plague in the town, and you've shut down the only hospital. Step back, citizen. This is your final warning. Without the hospital, there won't be a vaccine today. And without a vaccine, there may not be a tomorrow, damn it. Collapse of hope. The army occupied the hospital. Block is God knows where. All patients are gone. All archives removed. Vaccination failed. What could be worse? Let me in. God damn it. The army's here too? No entry for civilians. That's him, the head of the former hospital. Former. Sorry, Doctor. We're just following orders, that's all. We were told what to do, so that's what we're to do. My hospital's property's in there. Possibly the people, too. Let me through. We can't. Oh, come on, let him through. Our Sergeant Dront was treated by him. He was a good man. I remember that guy. Go on in, Doctor. Just don't tell anyone we let you in, alright? Nice to learn not all soldiers are blockheads. My thanks. Okay, nice. We've secured our entry because I traded... Oh no. That captain. It's so empty in here. There's no one here. Aglaya? Why are you here? In the shelter of all places? And what's with all the medicine? Are these tinctures? Is this panacea? Hold on, I need to take a look upstairs. Is there anything else here? Artemy? Aglaya. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Aglaya Lilich. Inquisitor. All those days I felt as though someone was always one step ahead of me. Events unfolding at the behest of an invisible dictator. Only at the very end did I manage to catch up to her and speak face to face. Nina Kaina's sister, Maria's aunt. She came to the town with a purpose. She saw me as a pawn, but I refused to play her game.
What do you call such a person? A slave. A slave is what you call them.
Oh my god. I'm so incredibly happy to finally meet her. Well then, hello, Bachelor Denkovsky. So it's you then, the elusive visitor from the capital. The woman with the wicked eyes I've heard about so many times. Wicked eyes? Certainly. It's not easy to look on what's happening without anger. In any case, I'm glad to see you, at the very least, alive on this day. At most, the savior of this town. You've done impressive work. I did what I could. Many in your place wouldn't have managed anything at all. Denkovsky, may I offer a brief preface to clear up the misunderstanding between us? I'll admit there's misunderstanding to clear. I have plenty of questions. Thank you. Point 1, an apology. I had no business clouding our acquaintance in the capital by offering you and Thanatica my patronage. With people like you, that sort of offer can only offend. I was wrong, and wrong twice over. 11 days in a town on the brink of disaster proves you never needed any protection in the first place. Actually, I did need that protection, but... For my part, I'm no longer sure I can manage alone. Point 2, you and I stand at a turning point. Together, the town's fate hangs by a thread. Everything will be decided very soon, one way or another. That's precisely why I'd like to begin on a clean slate. Those who, by chance, end up on a sinking ship in a storm should be throwing each other ropes, not jostling with elbows. All that's left is to figure out what chance brought you onto this ship. Point 3. I'm here unofficially, and that matters. This town is tied to me by blood. The late Nina Kaina, Ni Lilich, was my elder sister. I can't say we were close, but I knew the Kine family, and of course their plan for a utopian town. Lately, I was in a rather turbulent correspondence with Simon. I forgot she hadn't already shown up. We did in a flashback, but that's not enough. She knows him so well, instantly betting on his ego. Don't tell me you simply came to visit family, right on the eve of the epidemic. From Simon's letters, I concluded events were brewing here. He never spoke to me directly, but he said enough. I recognized the turning point from afar. Call it professional instinct. From time to time, the curve of history takes a sharp bend. It's a brief period of great upheavals and great opportunities. So far, the upheavals significantly outweigh the opportunities. Point 4. My position with the Inquisition is extremely unstable. In fact, critical. Too many times I diverged from the general line in minor matters. Then I took a larger risk, and here we are. I saw this town's turning point as my chance, before any orders arrived, and I came on a gamble, on the same train as you, no less. The trains were rare here even before the quarantine. Okay, so far I'm partially right in my theory. She came here on her own. Unknown to the powers that be. And she came on the same train as me. Oh, wow. Before any orders? I've been tormented all this time by the suspicion that the powers that be knew in advance what would happen here. I can neither deny nor confirm it. Not enough data. Personally, I acted on my own. I'll say it plainly, yes, I'm saving my own skin. I'm looking for an opening, but my service and my life are expendable things. To buy them back, I have to save this town, and I've nearly worked out how. Why are you suddenly being so candid with me? Call it manipulation through candor if you like. You're in the same position. You're fighting for the town while also fighting for yourself. Call it selfishness if you want. But does pure altruism truly exist? It's far more honest when private and public good align. Still, why are we only speaking today, on the 11th day? Why did you act in secret? Because acting openly is volunteering to step onto the stage. There are advantages, but there are drawbacks as well, and you've surely had time to feel them firsthand. I needed, as quickly as possible, to gather the most precise information I could, about the genesis of the sandpest, about Simon's death, about the weave of cause and effect in this town. Incognito is simply more convenient. So was her true goal all along just to finally solve this town once and for all? So she came here on her own just because she was in correspondence with Simon and she sensed that there was something big coming. Simon never told her this, she just knew because... Of course she would. Because she's super smart inquisitor. And she's been investigating just as much as I have. And she said, what was it? That if she solves this town, she can get her life back? Something along those lines. She can trade this town for her life. You do understand how it looks from the outside, like a hidden agenda. Jankovsky, let's be blunt. You've helped the town live to see this day. With your knowledge, your skill, and truly inhumane effort. I, with my own effort, can help it pass through the turning point alive. Set the curve on the proper axis. You're entitled to doubt me, but in the end, we share a goal. And you're sure you can seriously influence this town's fate? You aren't the appointed inquisitor here. That's a difficulty, I admit. Karminski has no goal of saving the town. He's here, so to speak, for study, enchanted by the density of impossible objects per square meter. That's his private interest. He will, of course, observe the interests of the service. But don't be mistaken. If the town dies, it won't be a failure for Karminski. For me, it will. Oh. Alright. But, Aglaia, tell me everything right now, but why? She just knows, doesn't she? She just knows that if this town dies, the powers that be are gonna kill her somehow. Oh. Alright, suppose our goals Alright, suppose our goals align. What does that mean in practice? That means I'll violate military secrecy and tell you what's happening with the hospital. As you can see, the military admitted me to your papers, and I'm impressed. Your hypothesis about resistance in intercurrent patients, daily vaccines as a way to outrun a rapidly developing infection. You even seem to have made a discovery. Bravo. Alright, the papers are here, but where are the patients? I hope to find them in this house. I hope you know how to take a blow, Denkovsky. The hospital has been disbanded because the military judged it a focus of the sandpest, and your intercurrent patients, almost the most dangerous spreaders of infection. What? That's what the soldiers guarding your archive told me. They could, of course, have confused something at the sight of an Inquisitor sign, but it's more likely the confusion belongs to those who made the decision. And the decision is this: to put patients with confirmed sand plague to death by burning, for disinfection purposes. Sit down, Ditkovsky. No. Just as I thought. Oh my god. Does that mean Lil was burned alive? I mean, we don't know how soon he succumbed to the sand pest, but assuming he even survived to this morning, he was captured by the army and burned alive? Oh. My legs really won't hold. Burned the patients? For what? I could say I sympathize, but you have no use for my sympathy. So I'll say this. They're by the abandoned water tower. The soldiers have ordered not to disclose the location, but they couldn't refuse an inquisitor, even an unofficial one. Hurry, Denkovsky. Thank you. I won't keep you, but come back here by evening. It's important. By then, I expect to have data that may shed light on the true causes of the epidemic. I'll be there. Oh no! All these days, Aglaia eluded me, slipped at the periphery of vision, her cloak flashing for a moment before a door closed, and now she's here. I can't tell if she's friend or foe, but Aglaya showed me where to find patients. Definitely a friendly move. Come to the shelter tonight. We thought day 10 was rough. We even see her on the first day? Yeah. Oh no. I fear I may be too late by the time I get there. Clara, I could use a miracle.
Shall I sing a song for you?
If you pour salt into a calf's left eye, it stops walking straight. It'll keep drifting left. Is that a metaphor, or are you just sharing folksy wisdom? You're the calf. You think you're walking straight, but really you're looping. Life poured salt into your eye, it burns, and you can't blink it out, so you're angry. I'm angry because today I lost the hospital. I need to get it back to I need to get it back to stop this barbarism. So forgive me, I have no time for metaphors. Listen, I came to ask you plainly. Don't hinder me. Move aside. Step out of the road. I've nearly beaten the plague. I know it must be done. It can still end well. You know, I'm not as proud as you think. If someone defeated the plague instead of me, I'd applaud them. Bookman, your science simplifies and complicates at the same time. You look at illness through a microscope and think it's a bacterium. You take me for a naive little fool who doesn't know about bacteria? I do, of course. But I also know that contagion, death, despair, defeat, those aren't in the bacterium at all. Under your gaze, truth shrivels and hardens into its crudest forms. Avert your eyes, then my gaze will win. You're late. They've forced my eyes shut. The army has dissolved the hospital. The patients will be burned. That's what I was told. So it's true. Poor things. And you, poor thing too. I truly do pity them. And you. One advice, Bookman? Stop digging in the past, hunting for mistakes. There was nothing you could do here. You couldn't have protected them by laying straw for your fall in advance. Fate can't be cheated. If you can act at all, you can only act now. Now listen, since you've teamed up with the Prophet, tell me something about the children. As if I'd team up with that tailed deceiver. Never! Don't slander me! I'm looking for real exits, not his vile rat holes, but he's comical. You can't deny it. A rat laying mousetraps. You don't recall? Or is it me who's hopelessly lost track of the days? Strange request? Clara promises to save the town, and only asks that I not interfere. Before this conversation, I had no intention of doing so. Wait, but interfere with what? Are they in the tower? Block? With all due respect, Your Excellency, history isn't made in white gloves. Those were your words.
What do you call such a man? A slave. You call him a slave.
I said them, and I stand by them. Durzabin, do you think I'm wavering? Not at all. I hesitated far too long already, waiting on a miracle. Still, I won't give the order until nightfall, to avoid clashes with the locals. The townspeople shouldn't have to watch their neighbors burned alive. No one should have to watch that. General Block, be so kind as to explain, why are my patients handled as though they are prisoners of war? You're right, Denkovsky. You're right, Denkovsky. Prisoners of war is the most accurate term for them. From the start, I should have accepted the fact that the plague is war's sister, and it must be fought accordingly. Gentle measures will bury us all. They nearly already have. My patients are the key to saving the town, and you're about to destroy that key with your own hands. Mr. Dinkowski, did it occur to you to think why they sent specifically us to this town? We have an uncertain amount of experience in medical matters. Unfortunately, we've had to face cholera, typhus, this new influenza. General Block knows how to weigh such circumstances. I've read the hospital reports, Dinkowski. The hospital didn't help us fight the plague. In fact, it was a breeding ground. People in the Marrow, the area where it stands, had an infection rate several times higher than in other districts. That's one. Two, how many patients did you manage to cure? I wasn't treating them, I was studying them. That's required if we're to create a universal vaccine. You had a week. Forgive me, but if I keep indulging you, we'll all die. I can't allow that. Dursevin is right. In military campaigns, I've dealt with epidemics before. I admit, none so dreadful, but I learned their lesson. You can't save the healthy without sacrificing the sick. What looks like cruelty to you is mercy. But that will close the path to a universal vaccine for good, to protection from the plague for everyone. We both know that those sick with the plague endure unbearable suffering, and what do? Prolong their torment for the sake of an illusionary goal. To you they're material, petri dishes, and you accuse me of cruelty. But intercurrent patients don't suffer until the late stage, except from their secondary diagnosis, and they're practically incapable of transmitting the infection. Their harmlessness to healthy people hasn't been proven. You worked with them and didn't get infected. Your assistant did. The epidemiological plague picture in the district around the hospital speak against you. That's easily explained. Every day dozens of my orderlies return to the hospital from infected districts. A soldier must be able to recognize and accept defeat. The same applies to a scientist. Yes, I've lost, but that doesn't mean I've surrendered. I'm ready to sacrifice my reputation if it prevents the plague from spreading to other cities. And you, Denkovsky, must make your sacrifice as well. If you believe burning my patients will stop the plague, you're insane. And that's not an insult, it's a diagnosis. Don't preach at me, Denkovsky. I know I'm acting monstrously, but the alternative is worse. Do you think I'll turn away, hide behind my soldiers' backs? No. This blood will remain on my hands forever, but it's necessary. Please think again. I will beg if I must. Denkovsky, stop. The decision has been made. General Block's orders are not up for discussion. Stop. Wait, do you even realize the town held out this long on our vaccines? Not universal ones, but for one day they reduced infection. Without a vaccine, tomorrow may not come at all. We expect that eliminating the hospital as one source of infection will match your vaccine in effectiveness, most likely surpass it. Enough talk. We're just stepping on each other's toes, so much that they're bleeding. There's no need to start another round. My decision is final, Denkovsky. If you want, say goodbye to the patients, but there's no more than that. Oh, thank you. I'd like to say goodbye. Extreme measures. Block must stop the disease, even if it means burning every infected person. And will his soldiers carry out the order? It's a miracle that Yakov Little is here and conscious. I'll find out from him the condition of other patients. Where? Oh! Oh, these are our patients! One last meeting? Oh, yeah. I can talk to Block again. And I can talk to his men. Oh, Yakov, I'm so sorry. This is horrible. Also, do I know you guys? Kira. Is that Kira? And Sakman? Not them coughing at me. They really are sick. They live in which the Bachelor begs way too much. It's all I can do at this point.
My path won't be called anything. Well, I'm just a volunteer who helped with paperwork.
Ah, his path. Thank you for coming to say goodbye, Doctor. I don't know what I feared more, no one telling you, or seeing you on the other side of the fence. Damn it, they didn't tell me a thing. I ran into a locked hospital door, and only then did I figure it out. It's vile, swept aside like so much waste cloth. You spoke to the general. So did I. The moment they grabbed us and dragged us here, nothing affects him, not a thing. He read in his papers that the district around the hospital is the sickest, when, as they say, it's just the most surveyed. But later, I got a soldier talking. They've got, what do you call it, non-combat personnel losses. They're dying of the plague themselves. The general's trying to save his men, which is understandable. I think that's exactly it. He doesn't want to squander his troops in a town that isn't even at war. It makes me furious, of course. The plague is chewing people up alive. There's hardly any life left to live. But no, they won't even grant that. You're one of those people too. One of the ones with hardly any life to live. You named the diagnosis yesterday, so I took the appropriate drugs for it. I'm still holding on, and it's all thanks to you, Doctor, sir. It's unjust that it ends like this for you. I regret one thing. We didn't have time to make even one more serum. I went through the reference books. I know now it isn't a vaccine we've got. It's closer to a serum, like you said from the start. Alright? And the irony of it, they hauled everyone here. According to all our lists, there are new intercurrent cases, found this morning. Some equipment, well, it's here. But no, they won't allow it. They won't. You're right. As always, the town needs one more serum. Perhaps the final one. Doctor, if you're going to bargain with the general, bargain for something you can actually get. He won't give you us. You can see it. But he may allow you to do the work. Just the moment. I'll take a breath, and I'll think of something. Loyalty to the cause. Yakov Little is ready to prepare the serum immediately, but Block explicitly forbade medical procedures. What about my patients? Oh, Sergeant Dronte. He's also here. Yeah, this is the one I treated. A few hundred soldiers have already died of the sandpest, and yet I'm the one getting sent off with such fanfare. So you're gonna be burned too? You need treatment, medication, rest, not a holding pen for the condemned. I never once raised my rifle at a fellow soldier. There were times they put me on firing squads for deserters. They line them up against a wall, and it feels as if it's you they're lining up. That's why they blindfold them, so their stare doesn't punch straight through you. But every time, I throw the rifle down and walk myself into the guardhouse for disobeying orders. If only everyone else were like you, Sergeant. Oh, come on, Doctor. I just live the way I know how. And you knew how well. I keep thinking, maybe they'll shoot us first, and only then burn us. Being burned alive, well, it can't be much worse than when a shell sets a fire going. For us, anyway. But for the ones ordered to burn us? Forgive me, Sergeant. I couldn't protect you while you were under my hospital command. Stockman. And I was afraid, Mr. Denkovsky, that I'd die and never see the step trapped within 4 walls, and now I think they'll burn us out here on the step. Sakman, what? Are you pleased? No, of course not. I'm frightened. I'm afraid of the flamethrowers, if that's what you're asking. But I must have something to console myself with. I'm glad you're good to see the step. Perhaps that really will make it easier. Mr. Dinkowski, don't blame yourself. You're a doctor, a scientist. What could you ever do against the army? All the same, forgive me, Sakman. And... Kira? Whoa! Alarm bell. The bells are ringing. I didn't manage to warn Peter. Yeah, we'll go witness the failure state as well, but that's later. Tell me the truth, Doctor. Never mind the rest of us. Are my wards still healthy? My students? I don't see them here, so I can at least hope they were spared. Children are still infected far less often than adults. The only thing that matters is that the children stay safe, not just the ones I taught. All of the children in town. And I'm not even talking about innocents, or that they haven't had a chance to live. No. Then what is it you're talking about? Children are our memory. If they're gone too, who will carry forward the memory of the terrible things that happened here? Who will see to it they never happen again? The children you taught, Kira, will almost certainly grow into good people. Oh no. I guess those were our goodbyes. Maybe I can talk to the men who's gonna do this? We ought to tie them up before. Well, before the procedure. Or what? Are you going to hose the sick down with fire just like that? Tie them? How? We're not allowed to go near them. They're infectious. And if they run, you think they'll stand there obediently while you know, with the flamethrower? Not every one of them is contagious. I say this as a doctor. What do you think you're doing? We mean well, Doctor. You think it pleases us? This order is not to my taste. But what am I to do? If I refuse, they'll line me up against the wall myself. Soldiers, as long as somebody ends up against the wall, friend or foe. Orders aren't up for discussion. And why shouldn't we discuss it? If the order's proper, they sent us to this town as if to our burial. The 3rd day straight the plague been mowing down the men. And in that little hospital they drew blood from the plague-stricken to inject into the healthy. Of course it has to be shut down. Shut down and burned, building and all. Listen, you've got it wrong. Yes, infected blood, but it's necessary to... Why argue with us? Go argue with the general, smartass. Did you already? And he told you to take a hike. I don't understand it. Block has a reputation for being a humane commander. Before, I could reach an agreement with him. That was before. In this little town, a single day is enough to blow all your humanity away. The general lasted 3 whole days, mind you. And I agree with the doctor. Our general's done. He was never like this before, and he was ready to hear anyone out. And now, Patui. Wait, really? You go to him with a report, and on every point, he turns to that pipsqueak in the fishnet veil, like he's asking for permission. A pipsqueak in a fishnet? Clara? Seditious talk. Have you no shame, gossiping about the general? Don't shush me. You've got a flamethrower, sure, but you're a junior by rank. I'll tell it all, everything I've been sitting on. That pipsqueak's been hanging around the general since we got here. And then, somehow, quietly, on the sly, pop, and then she started twisting him around like a rag doll. True, embarrassing, but true. I saw it myself. I'm bringing him a deserter under guard, one who tried to flee into the steppe. Civilian, do you even know what deserter means? The regulations are strict. Everyone knows what he deserves. And then the girl whispers, let him go, it's his fate. And the general, believe it or not, lets him go. Even gives him rations for the journey. So she can persuade the general to let a deserter go. Now that's an idea. I'll file a report about this talk, mark my words. Once I'm relieved, I'll report it. Today she's tardy, that pipsqueak, still not coming. An hour ago, she was wandering the sick quarter. Is it speared with honey for her out there? You two, spitting tales that she's the plague in the flesh? An hour ago, she was sitting in the steppe, by their altar stone. The big one that looks like a bird. I saw it with my own eyes. And I saw her with my own eyes in the sick district, an hour ago. I had a patrol there. I talked to her myself. In the fog, you can't make her out from far off. I called out, said she couldn't be there, and she walks up and says I can. And rats trailing her. She can't possibly be in two places at the same time. And yet... this is what she wanted me not to interfere with. The soldiers are doubting their confidence in Block. The soldiers are doubting. Their confidence in Block has been undermined by his new profound blind devotion to Saint Clara. Utter despair, more like utter doom. I'll have to turn to Clara for help. I see no other way. She considers herself a saint. Let her save people. Some soldiers are convinced Clara can be found in the very heart of the plague district. Others, that she's praying in the steppe. We already met today in the heart of the plague. Can she return there? Well, I'll have to pass through there to get over here. But we'll check. We're finally getting into some real Clara shit. Doom. Doom to doom, 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 doom. We can talk again.
What do you call such a man? A slave. You call him a slave.
You always bring me ill tidings, Denkovsky. I don't usually believe in omens, but I can see it in your eyes. You're about to tell me something unpleasant again. Oh yeah, about the army. They gunned down a group of people and started shooting cannons as a warning to the townsfolk. You've likely heard, your men have been firing cannons at the town. As far as I know, such things are called war crimes. I hope this wasn't your order, General. So far, I have issued no such order. I'm already aware of the incident. The instigators will be punished. Levitan is preparing a detailed written report for me. Our starving soldier is a dangerous soldier. It's becoming harder and harder to rein them in. I've been to the camp. It was a slaughter. Blood everywhere. There are casualties. A slaughter? I'll be speaking with Leviathan. He didn't mention casualties. I don't understand what he'd gain by lying. He's trying to hush it up. He doesn't want the responsibility. Levitan, I've been saying that wrong. Levitan is preparing a detailed, written report at this moment. We'll see whether it mentions the casualties. Thank you. As far as for now... all I know for now is that the unrest was caused by inadequate supplies for the troops. I can't speak to details. If you can't rein your soldiers in, can you even be called a general? You're striking a sore spot. This town is a trap for me as well, just as it is for you. I even have suspicions our supplies were cut deliberately. It happened days before we were ordered here. We're expendable pieces, and the dead, civilians and soldiers alike, don't even rate as pawns. Even so, this could have been averted. I just don't see how. Father to the soldiers. The guilty are under arrest, but this won't bring back the dead or calm the soldiers. General block. Okay. Let's go see if I can... Well, the bells call us. Let's go see what happened at the cathedral today. And then, I'll have to make sure to reload and fix whatever happened here. So a quick stop at the cathedral, and then we'll go see if we can find Clara. Yeah, there's a big scene going on out here. Well, is it over? What? The plague. The damned sandpest. They're calling to say the epidemic is over, right? Something's over indeed, but not the plague. Oh, so we're all just responding to the bell? You hear that rumbling? Last time it roared and banged like this was when Nina the Wild died. I'm telling you. So many people have gathered at the bell's toll. People can see you. I haven't gone mad. Or more likely, everyone has. Wait, are you guys addressing the tragedians? So what are you supposed to be? A statue or a man? Go on, blink. Blink already. Did he blink or not? Hard to say. You see him too? That's reassuring. I was beginning to think I was seeing the shadows again. Maybe you are. Maybe we all are. Otherwise, why is he so strange? I'd rather not. Figures like him appear to me when someone has died. Well, that's something. Should we chase him off then? If it were that simple. I don't know who died. I mean, it told me Karminski died. Oh, hey, Mark. There must be a big show going on in there. But also, I feel like Andre could have died as well. Maybe they took each other out. How can this be? It won't let ordinary townsfolk inside. You have no right. The bell tolls for everyone. I'm telling you, there's no point rushing in there. It's probably just a mortal stirring up trouble again, that's all. I wouldn't be surprised if he rang the bell himself, out of boredom, just to watch us coming. Please go home. Don't crowd. Who knows what might happen. Okay, Mark. What's going on? The director is always aware of scandal. Feasts on bones.
I'm the only one alive in this town.
Well, look who it is. Bachelor Denkovsky, a proud cinema apologist. I'm afraid I have no two-dimensional images pressed on a strip of film for you today. Today, I'm selling tickets to a proper performance. Something real and alive. Or not really alive, if we take into account the condition of one of the participants. Someone has died in the cathedral and you're selling tickets? Seriously? A ticket, in case you didn't know, is merely a ritual. A ticket is a way to give the spectator a sense of involvement, to let them know that they are not a coincidental witness, but an intentional one, a necessary one even. A ticket is proof of participation in the performance. I want to take part. Can you give me a ticket? Now that is what I like. I love audience members who are ready to step onto the stage at the very first call, even if it is a step towards death. Fortunately, someone else's. So, who exactly is dead? What? You want me to spoil the story for you? You must be one of those vulgars who first turn to the last page of a book, just to see who is doomed before reading any of it. Poof. Step into the cathedral. I don't want you to know. I want you to feel. I already know who's doomed. All of us. Oh no. Whoa, what? Is that a There's more glass. Checkmate? Inquisitor Mark Karminski has been killed. Okay. Do I care? What's going on here? Oh, that's Peter. Alright, you guys came out on top! Woo! Karminski's dead! Where is he? How did it all go down? I mean, I never particularly cared for Karminski. So then was I right to not step in? Not interfere with Peter coming? Would Andre have died then? That's it. Now we're done for. Straight under the bench. All together. No, I've got a family, you hear? I can't go under, I can't. Easy, lads. We'll wiggle out. No bench, no nothing. Just stick together. Our stories gotta match. So here's how. In the report, I write the boss broke the rules himself and told us to untie the resting guest. That's true, right? True. What happened here? Well, I didn't even blink, and the boss was already gurgling blood. Rogov, where were you looking? Can't even provide rest properly? You were told don't take your eyes off the guest. I'm telling you, if we fill the reports right, we'll slip out. Worst case, no leave, a smack on the head, a demotion. No big deal. Why are you acting like kids? Strange. You're supposed to be men of the law, and yet you talk like convicts. What are you picking out words for? Not now. Rogov, know this. I ain't lying in my report. No. You want to drag us all down with you, huh? Your screw-up, your mess. What screw-up? Lads, you what? Throwing me under the bull already? We're all in this. Gotta stick tight. I'll write it plain. You were told to watch the resting guest, and you stood there picking your nose. I'll write it just like that. You saw the guest, right? A scrawny thing, an artsy bookworm. What was there to watch? And where's, Heron? It was clear as day in his file, a softy and a drunk to boot. Who could guess he'd jump like that, smash the mirror mid-leap, grab a shard? Takes skill, that. And the boss himself told us to untie him. Don't shove it on the boss. That's low. He's already paid for his slip-up. Now we'll pay too. And you, Rogov, most of all. Gentlemen, kindly explain what happened here. And what's it to you? Who are you for us to answer to you? That's Dudkovsky, lads. The boss brought him to the team when he arrived. Kept calling him too. All the time. They'll ask him what happened here. Sure as death. Yeah, right. All the more reason to tell him the right version of what happened. Glad you understand yourselves. The boss called in that architect, Peter Stomaton, for questioning. We brought him. Interrogation started. And the boss himself ordered him untied, said it'd make him talk better. And you, Rogov, were ordered to watch Stomaton. You, not us. That's what I'm saying, Denkovsky. Boss's orders. Stomaton was sitting there like he'd fall off the chair already, hardly breathing. I just turned to get him some water so he wouldn't croak. And then he jumps, straight for the mirror. Mirror shatters, he grabs a shard, and to the boss, in 1 second, like a tiger. Did Karminski die instantly? Did you try to attempt first aid? Of course we did. We're trained to do that. But that wound, like Stomaton was trained too, in stabbing. We don't deny our responsibility. Everyone except Rogov. Lads, maybe to hell with the report. Maybe we bolt to the step, eh? Better than paying for this. Run, all three of you. They'll ask me, sure, and I'll say you died of plague. Bodies burned. Really? That'd save us proper. Lads, let's run. Curse Stomaton and reports. Main thing now is wait till the crowd clears the square, then slip out quiet. Rogov, no. They'll find us anyway. I got a family. I vanish. They'll come for them. Though, if I can reach the telegraph, warn them to leave. Oh. Gentlemen, make your decision. Someone else will be coming in here soon. So he smashed a mirror? Can I see which one it was? This one. Yeah, and I'm not allowed to break them. Wasn't the mirror in the cathedral unsmashable? Yes. This mirror was meant for Andre. But why? The Inquisitor was stabbed with a mirror shard. What if it's like a magical mirror shard? Wasn't he recreating like an impossible objects of mirrors? Wait. What if he's not dead? There are telegraphs in this town? Ooh, the invisible one.
Why so jittery, Denkovsky?
Oh, I'm so confused. Andre? What happened here?
There's nothing to talk about.
I forgot they switched. This is Peter, actually. Andre had his way. Do you think it was because of Karminski? No. Karminski was only the spark that set the fuse alight. The real powder keg was always Andre's conflict with the cathedral. I've lost track of which of you is Peter and which is Andre. Oh, well, that's not how you spell his name. Andre pretended to be me in order to protect me from Karminski, and that is what he said. But Andre also wanted to use the cathedral to reach Farkhad, to prove to him who had been right in their old dispute. But you cannot wipe Karminski's blood from this stone with some rag. It will seep down to the foundation, to the very essence, and it will twist it forever. Farkhad asked me to prevent this. I was too late. What? Did Farkhad speak to you from the grave? Are you like Grace now, hearing the voices of the dead? You wouldn't understand. He keeps repeating the same thing. That vertical lines are deadly here. That the step is one endless horizontal, and the longer I live while he lies in his grave, the more I come to admit that he was right. And Andre never did. You're right. I understand nothing of your muttering. Peter's appearance. Peter miraculously didn't foil the assassination. That's his way of operating through miracles. I mean... Oh, there he is. Can I think, please? Yesterday, the fearsome hanging judge. Today, a dead body. Killed with one blow, lightning fast. Okay. I mean, do I really care to save his life?
That's it. I can't take it anymore.
Ah, Denkovsky, come to admire my new masterpiece. I've always said, can't have true poetry without wounds, and here's the proof. Even an Inquisitor can be turned into something beautiful. You only have to introduce his throat to a shard of mirror. Well, what do you think? Agreed, a good Inquisitor is a dead Inquisitor. Do you have any idea what will happen when the Capitol hears about this? The Capitol audience is hard to impress. Nothing is to their liking. But maybe this will earn me some applause at last. For this work of art, you'll be facing the gallows. Is that part of the concept, too? I asked you, Denkovsky, to keep an eye on my brother. What is he doing here? Still, I'll admit it, I doubted you. Thought you'd betray me. But your only slip-up is that my brother is here. I'd be angry, but it all turned out fine. They had no time to do anything to my brother. Maybe I should have betrayed you. Karminski loved my and Peter's work so much that now he has become one of them. He even prepared my brushes and paints, covering the cathedral with mirrors, for no reason at all. I never expected such luck. Look how beautifully the shard glitters in his throat. Do you think that kind of visual effect is easy to create? It takes skill and inspiration. It really is beautiful. Now Karminski belongs to me. His body is my painting. No, a fresco, more fitting for a cathedral. I just need to choose a title. I'm torn between two. Lessons in throat singing, or the unbearable mirrorness of non-being. Which do you like better? Seems like you've gone completely feral, Andre. On the contrary, my friend. This murder is the most humane thing I've ever done. You won't appreciate it, but posterity will. They'll understand. What will they understand? Your hard work. Look, there's a thing called context. You see a body? That's the text. But what happened to it and why? That's the context. And that's what matters. Context turns dead flesh into art. Do you follow? Though, why am I even explaining this to you? Farkhad was the same. Always put text above context, and now look at him. Your cathedral. Farkhad, it's part of my masterpiece too. I can hear you whining from the grave. Peter also said you did all this because of Farkhad. An artist shouldn't explain the meaning of their work. Let's just say the cathedral is a perfect frame for my painting. It used to be clean, now it's stained with blood, desecrated. A proper frame is half the work, you know. I'm satisfied. You could say I slit two throats with one shard. Fine, you've killed Karminski, what now? Now, I'll enjoy my fame as a great artist, of course. They'll hang you for killing an inquisitor, you understand that? What's this, Stenkovsky? Am I hearing you right? Are you afraid of death? I'm only afraid of insane artists. Andre pretending to be Peter and kill the Inquisitor. This is an act of art. So did he erect the glass? The mirrors? I suppose so. He doesn't really care. Should I care? What's Maria doing here? Is Karminski important?
Who can tally the number of drops in the sea? Who can tally the number of tears in this grief?
Also, I'm worried that Karminski dying in the cathedral is going to be an issue because Eva's soul is supposed to be inhabiting the cathedral now that she died here. Are they gonna have like a custody battle? Like, what's going on with that? Is Eva evicted? I foresaw that the death of the hanging judge would come from mirrors. He was an etymologist. I felt he would want to take our creations apart, down to their atoms, and lock them away in the mustiness of a museum. Guess only time will tell. I thought he would poke his nose where it did not belong and end up lost among the facets of the polyhedron. Roommates? Maybe I should save Karminski. I don't think I want to force him to spend eternity with Eva's soul. They are mirrors too, after all, and yet, as it turned out, oh, how ironic was that? You foresaw it. Several days ago, on the night before the 9th day of your arrival, I had a dream. An iron heart fell upon the faces of mirrors, but it was the metal that shattered, not the fragile glass. From the heart, real blood poured forth. At once I understood that the dream was about the death of an inquisitor. I only misjudged the particulars. And you interpreted the mirrors literally? I would have taken them rather as a metaphor of Simon's deeds, or of the kind's grand idea as a whole, for instance. Which is precisely why you are not the mistress, and Daniel, touching as your attempts may be to catch the glimmers of prophecy. You see, I erred in the opposite direction, toward excessive metaphor. I thought the mirrors symbolized the polyhedron, and sometimes mirrors are simply mirrors, and they kill simply, with just a sharp edge. If you knew what would happen, why did you not warn me? Why did I... And why would I warn you, Endeniel? I would have prevented his... I simply thought you trusted me. Oh, of course I trust you. But some events must neither be delayed nor hastened. They must be allowed to occur at their proper hour. You wish to take revenge for your father, whose mind Karminsky destroyed. Am I right? Death is ugly. Mother always said that a seer does not spill blood with her own hands. Blood is simply spilled where it needs to. You're evading the answer. You wanted revenge. If I had merely wanted it, the dream would not have come to me. The gift does not obey petty desires. No, in this death there is beauty and harmony of a higher order. There is certainly irony to it. Do you think me a heartless witch? That is not so, but I will not pretend that people are equal. We are all born with different talents and different hearts, yet not all possess the strength to find themselves and be polished into glory. To equate simpletons with guys, geniuses, and talents like Simon. My mother yourself, is simply mockery. But what does Karminsky have to do with that? He was an intellectual, a man of Kain's caliber. You are mistaken. Like my aunt, he knew how to speak grand words, but not how to feel grand meanings. He loved exhibits, and he became an exhibit himself. In that single gesture, there is more thought than in his entire life. I suppose I agree. I hope you will go with our family to build the town beyond the river. It will happen very soon, and it will be far more interesting than this town. This town and its fate is what concerns me now. So you dreamed of mirrors, but how did they come to be in the cathedral? Without a shard, the attempt on Karminsky would surely have failed. From the 8th to the 9th day, Maria had a dream. Mirrors threatened the Inquisitor. Karminsky is dead by Andre's hand. Maria saw it in a dream. Does prophecy mean inevitability? Did I encourage him? Wait, wasn't he gathering the mirrors here because he was trying to recreate a certain impossible mirror? Or something along the lines of that? And he summoned me here because of the impossible street. The nightmare street. And then I think he started collecting mirrors after that. So if I had not informed him about the street, would this not have happened? And then Andre would have had no weapon? I mean, but it seems like if I go to Peter in the morning, I might be able to prevent this anyway. Anyway, I'm not particularly interested in saving Karminsky. Although maybe I should save the future of Andre, because he will be punished. They haven't let us inside for at least an hour and a half. I'm starting to think so-called performance is us. I can't say it's a fresh idea, putting the audience on stage. Oh, you! They let you in without waiting in line. We've already bought tickets. You guys just got scammed by Mark. And we're still standing here waiting. Do tell us, what's going on inside? Satisfy our curiosity. The Inquisitor was executed. That means anything goes now. Oh. Well, what was I going to do? I don't particularly care. We gotta go find Clara. We're gonna pass through this district, see if Clara's here, and then we'll go out to the Crowstone. Maybe she's there now. Someone is here. Is that Clara? Yeah. Oh, and the flower's here. How convenient. Was this supposed to be here? Is this part of a scene? Should I not have grabbed this yet? Because, like, this is way too close to them. Where is she? Oh, she's right there. Oh, come on! Dang. Anyway, I think I need your help. I forget what we were doing.
The whole world is against me, but it's not my fault.
You were tapping along to our music. I saw it. You like it. I know what I don't like? Block shut the hospital, and it means to burn the patients. Ah, yes, the general of a paper army. A paper soul inside a paper heart. Why do you call him that? He's flimsy. Fold him how you like. Crumble him. Smooth him out. Write on him. He'll endure it all. And do it all, obedient as can be. The soldiers also told me that Block listens to you. I came to ask you for help. The doctor man has forgotten again who the main character is here. It's not me hindering you, it's you hindering me. Until you admit that, I won't do a thing. Block will do anything I say, but I'll say nothing. I'll just listen to our music. Clara, I've quarreled with you. I've been rude and I regret it. Please help me save the patients. Can you really feel no pity for them? I pity everyone, and that means I pity no one. Won't dance to our music, then leave, Doctor Man. I don't know what you should do. Go wander the steppe. Perhaps you'll wander into someone's help. Near the shelter, at the end of our conversation, you even seemed human. Where did it all go? Okay, well, you're of no help. I think you're possibly the evil twin sister. And the good twin wouldn't possibly associate herself with the dirty rats. Where is she? Is she behind the fire? Like Peter was? Yes.
Weird that you're still alive.
Grow. Grow, little wheat ear. You were in better spirits with the rat prophet, playing music even. With the prophet? Music? So that's how it is. You, Doctor, don't believe in my twin sister, and now maybe I don't believe in her much either. But whatever the deeds, I'll be the one to answer for them. And I'm just now starting to wonder how many Claras the town really has. Tell me, does your gift frighten you? You're asking about what I've learned here? I'm not sure it's a gift, or that it's even mine. I, for one, am frightened of myself. Sometimes it feels like I can do anything, and sometimes I can't do a single thing, no matter how hard I fight. And I never know who I'll wake up as, who I'll be turning one corner. I understand you all too well. My gift, what even is it? Where did it come from? And where is it taking me? It's bigger than me. It doesn't fit in my little head, or in this heart that won't stop racing. You don't believe me, but I really can take pain away, better than Katarina's morphine. And I can give pain back, but when I do it, I don't know how it will end. I didn't mean to kill Lara Ravel. Then what did you mean to do? Answer me, since you've decided to bare your soul. When I saw Lara, I understood her pain was so strong it would spill over and break the town. And I decided, what an idiot, that I could take it away. But it turned out Lara was made of nothing but pain, like a rag doll. Pull the pins out of the doll, and there's nothing left. So you really did take her pain away? Maybe it's for the best. I never learned what was really going on with Lara's pain. Grow, wheatear, rustle in the wind about Lara Ravel, who helped everyone, and whom no one could help. I was looking for you on business. Block soldiers are convinced you nearly bewitched him, and he listens to you now. Is that true? He listens. Almost anyone will listen to me. Follow wherever I point them. If only someone would point me. Can you imagine, Doctor? A general, a celebrated commander, and even he can't show me the way. He wants to bow his head to me. I'm so tired. This isn't what I wanted, to break people's will. So the soldiers aren't exaggerating. Clara, I wanted... He's so desperate. Not because they sent him here to die with the soldiers, no. He's seen so much other people's grief. He caused so much grief. I thought I'd take that grief away from him, and it was like I took him. Now he's a doll too. Just a doll, stuffed with rags under a uniform. Clara, listen. Block intends to burn my patients. It's true. He thinks it'll help the town survive. If he listens to you... If you can help. Help, please. So he just heaps someone else's new grief onto his conscience to replace what I carried off? Of course. See, Doctor, it's pointless. Like bailing water from a boat with a hole in it. What do you want in return? By the shelter you asked me not to interfere, what exactly does that mean? I'll do anything. No, Doctor. I don't want to help. Why? I don't want to bend a block again. I don't want to bend anyone. I don't want to live among spineless dolls. Do you understand? You know, I understand. I don't want to either, but it's worse if there are fewer dolls, if my patients are broken and thrown out like trash. You're not a doll. Maybe Barah isn't either. I'm not sure. That's why it's easier with you. You really... you can't really be tugging by the strings. I can see you're asking for real. Alright, have it your way. Block strings will be in my hands. One more time. The last, but on one condition. Thank you. I'll try something I've never done. I'll tug Block's strings, and then let go. I'll turn his face toward you, toward your patients. I'll make him hear you. Make him think every thought about the hospital all over again. But the decision will be his. If there's any will left in him, let it show. Let a miracle happen. And let the doll come alive after all. What does that mean? Not bad. At least there's hope now. Come what may, Doctor. Come what may. Limitation. Clara can help me with the patients necessary for vaccination, and no more. That's her condition. Also, I'm surprised Clara caved so easily. She literally said, I'm not helping you, and then she helped me. ... Time to pay him a visit. Oh, it's time for our meeting. With the Haruspeks and Aglaya. There's so much to do.
He's looking after you from above. Protecting, perhaps, or preparing.
I see you in the capital. A vast hall, chandeliers overhead. At least 100 gas jets in each. Men in black coats and white wigs stand before you. They offer you 2 sheets. One is an order of reward, the other an arrest warrant. You can take either. You can take either sheet. You decide.
My arms are stiff.
You think I'll get out of here? You think you'll get out? You're not a mortal, child. You're an ordinary human being. The sand pest sparing you is a miracle. We can still get out, and the hospital, our research, is our chance. Denkovsky, you're here again. I've nothing more to tell you. I've already explained my position. The time for naive romantic schemes is over. Only total disinfection will work. No exceptions. Accept it. Unless the rain comes. Unless the rain comes. What was that, Clara? What did you do? Be quiet, Doctor. Don't interfere. Drip. Drip. What's that sound? Drip. Drip. Rain? Really? Drip. Drip. Even Telman doesn't believe mesmeric? Smells like a storm. Drip. Drip. IV drips are what these people need. Medicine and rest. Not fire. I know, but they're doomed anyway. You can't damn the rest for the sake of the doomed. You don't send an entire company under fire to drag out one man with a mortal wound. Drip, drip. The drops knock right into the heart. I remember every one of them by face, everyone I left to die, and especially everyone I shot myself, so they wouldn't suffer and wouldn't fall into enemy hands. We're not at war. They told me outright, if the sandpest isn't dealt with in 3-4 days at most, this little town will be wiped off every map, and I'll be the one to wipe it. Now, rain will end. It will wash away what's extra. I won't lie and say everything will be fine. It won't. But it will be cleaner. You will be cleaner. And once you're washed of blood, you'll see again how much more you're willing to spill. General, please. Drip. Clara? Denkovsky? My apologies. I lost the thread. My head was humming, like before a storm. What were you saying? Remind me. Alright, we just got to see Clara's hypnotism in action. I would have really enjoyed if they did a big reference back to Pathologic 1 and she was like, Alexander Block, I know of you this, and said some line about him. That would have been cool. I really did like that from the original. The hospital, the patients. Yes, I'd reconsidered my original position. I weighed your words, and especially your assistance, Yakov Little, I believe. He spoke with me this morning. He sees the situation with uncommon sobriety. The doll comes alive, Doctor. That's what I wanted. And you? I want to save the people. Little asked me to allow him until nightfall to prepare your day vaccine under field conditions. I checked the hospital's statistics. The day vaccine, together with liquidation of the hospital, should bring a serious drop in infection tomorrow. I authorized the vaccine. But you won't release the patients? You won't give me my hospital back? Denkovsky, and you're Thanatica, you're looking for a way to overcome death, aren't you? It's noble. But so long as there is death, there must be those who don't fear it. Soldiers, and those who always choose between two evils. Defeat one death with another. Commanders, this is the bitter truth of the world where death exists. I'm sorry. Oh dear, I'm grateful for the vaccine, General. Hooks. Clara did something terrible to Block. Turned his convictions inside out. He orders what he forbade a minute ago. Okay, now, how do we make the vaccine? Do I have to diagnose people?
My path won't be called anything. I'm just a volunteer who helped with paperwork.
We're doing fine, Doctor. Without morphine, it's hard for some. The one's in the worst shape, but you can still figure something out. There's a step girl here. She teaches everyone to breathe in a special way, so the pain feels different. In a fire, I reckon that trick will be useful too. General Block has issued a new order. Nothing's being called off, but the final vaccine is to be made. Where are today's intercurrent patients? Bring them here, quickly. No, you shouldn't be here, Doctor. What? Oh, that was too harsh, wasn't it? I just mean, you're healthy, and we're all infected. The soldiers, you know, are a nervous lot. If you start tending to us, they'll wonder whether the infections jump to you. Don't, Doctor, risk yourself. They'll lock you up with us, and then what? And what about diagnostics? Dinkowski, come with us. You're to be taken to your emergency command, as a precaution. You'll distribute the vaccine from there, once it's ready. And where exactly do you think it's going to come from without me? I'll do it. From start to finish, myself. I've watched you examine patients so many times, read your books at night, so well, I've also already made today's diagnoses. There was nothing else to do anyway. Yakov, I'm at a loss for words, and frankly, I've never had a better assistant. And I couldn't have asked for a better teacher. Don't worry, Doctor. I'll double-check myself while they're unpacking the equipment. You should go. And please take care of yourself. Make sure this isn't all for nothing. Unlike diagnostics, this is something only you can do. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much, Little. I'm so sorry it has to end this way. Protocol 11. I know, the final serum is ready. I wanted to stay, help Yakov Little, but soldiers escorted me to the Stillwater. We barely had time to say goodbye. I don't know what awaits him and the others. This is bittersweet. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. His fate. He really did become a good doctor. I appreciate everything he did. I really do. Maybe in another world, in another production, Yakov Little will have a different fate. But I think that's it for him. Thank you. Let's put the vaccine in. Protocol 11. Why can't I do it? Do I not have the medicine? I don't. Let's source some medicine from somewhere. I think I can do that. Fuel for medicine. Protocol 11. Minus 400 contagion. Ooh. Appeasing the kin. That one's always good. And what else can we do? Disinfection? That's good too. We'll use a bit of unrest though. Or train orderlies. Disinfection it is. Wait, I didn't kill the Shabnak on yesterday? Alright, well there's our final decree. I mean our final vaccine. That didn't help at all. That didn't help at all. This town is still fucked up. I'm gonna go shoot the Shabnak. Oh, I need to take out my woe and sense of doom by shooting the Shabnak. And then we'll see if we have time to go by Artemy and Aglaya. Okay, be super careful. So now I know that the green flames, it doesn't come out immediately, it's a little delayed. That's fake. Run? Run and go find the other one. So she's currently behind me. Well, she could have teleported by now. I need another bonfire. Whoa! I assume you're still the fake? Yes.
Like a true scientist.
Here she is! Here she is! This is the real one! I got her. So she was just wandering around on her own. Alright, finally caught her. I was been wandering around here forever, being chased by the fake one. Ooh, okay. Hopefully we can go see what Aglaya wanted and Artemy. There's an important meeting here in the evening. Don't know if we'll have time. Oh my god. This is exactly what I've always dreamed of.
The tower will have to be toppled. That's how we'll extract healing moisture.
Thank you, Artemy. You came. You look worse for wear. All these marks are from the trial. I passed it. I proved to the kin and to myself that I am my father's son. I'm their warden now. To you, it probably sounds dark, boring gibberish. Congratulations. By Arla. I said that right. By Arla. Thank you, Oinan. This might be the most important thing I did in this life. However, I didn't invite you here to get a chance to brag. We need to discuss a very important matter. Tell me, did anyone follow you? Nobody followed me today, but when I visited earlier, there was a woman who I did not expect to be in town. Alright, there's no one now. Just me. Lean closer, Oinan. I'll whisper. Remember the blood sample you brought a couple days ago? The one you collected at the foot of the polyhedron? Now I know what it is. I learned it during my trial. Where are you going with this, Bara? The kin sacrificed bulls for centuries. Sometimes they used sacred bulls, the aurochs. They poured the ritual blood underground for centuries. Oinan. I knew that there were tunnels under the abattoir. I knew they were long, stretching underneath the whole town. You don't have to believe me, but that's where the heart of the earth beats. Blood fills some of those tunnels like veins. Rivers of blood flow. The blood. Ancient bull's blood still flows? Well, it could have mixed with the underground waters. Carry on. The blood is special, Oinan. Before my trial, I did something with the sample. The plague was about to claim a life I was responsible for. I took a risk. I prepared the panacea from your sample. It worked. Is he talking about Murky? What? You made a cure for the plague? Yes. You know the Odong's dead gruel? You based the vaccines in your hospital on it. It's been on my mind these past few days. I kept thinking that you needed the right herbs and the right blood. Thanks to you, I had the right blood. What makes this blood the right kind? You'll find it hard to believe, but the auroch's blood is imperishable. It's still as hot as the day it was poured into the earth. It has another property, a key one. This blood carries the plague. I cannot say whether it originated there or was introduced from elsewhere, but this blood is infected. In the right hands, it can be turned into a cure. It is also the source of the plague. Interesting. So then, based off of our discovery with the hospital, so the living blood has the plague in it, and we can make a cure out of it. Does that mean that we turn the plague on itself? Because we know the plague fights other diseases. Is that how the cure works? It just ends up, we can make it eat itself? I actually ran a test on a bull, not a sacred one, the common variety. I infected it with plague, so it became a carrier, but its health did not deteriorate. It's not even extraordinary. Bulls normally have lots of parasites. It is possible that in fighting them, the bull's body is also fighting the plague in a way. We humans cannot. However, the bulls are a natural vessel for the sand pest. And we're back to the rivers of infected blood flowing under the town. I saw them, Oinan. I immersed my hands in them, but I cannot draw blood from those underground rivers. The earth will not forgive it. Will not forgive it? You and your superstitions. If we can make a cure with this blood, Burah, it's your duty as a doctor to procure it, no matter what it takes. I am considering what it might take, Oinan. Don't rush it. Okay, my next question is, why did the epidemic break out now? Now and 5 years ago? You were saying that the kin was pouring bull's blood underground for centuries. During my trial, I had a vision. Mother Bodo is troubled, wounded. The earth is wounded. We, men, did it. Our customs forbade digging deep. We don't dig wells, but those tunnels go deep, very deep, for hundreds of meters underground. No well could go that far. I'll ignore the vision part, but it's a curious theory. Infected blood rose to the surface. Why? I can't tell, Oinan. All I know is that men are responsible for it. Hang on, I have an idea. Give me a moment to gather my thoughts. Let us talk again later. Sorry. The plague came from the earth. This is not a metaphor or superstition. It seems to be a medical fact. That night, Burah underwent a primordial initiation rite underground. He saw the town's catacombs, vast and labyrinthine, full of rotten ancient blood. And Burah swears that a concoction from this poisonous blood, occasionally surfacing, can cure the plague.
The tower will have to be toppled. That's how we'll extract healing moisture.
He beamed those thoughts straight into my mind. You know something, Oinan. You know how the land was disturbed and the plague awakened? I can tell by the look on your face. Tell me, for I give you my part of the truth. I had a discussion about the polyhedron with Stomaton once. He told me that this impossible structure has a counterbalance, a gigantic metal rod sunk into the ground some 300 meters. Do you understand now? You were saying that this rod wounded the earth, and infected blood oozed from the wound. I brought you a sample of the blood that appeared under the polyhedron. It makes sense now. You're silent, usually a bad sign. The solution is obvious. The tower must go down. Isn't this a bit drastic? If you are right and the tower is to blame, there is no other way. If a foreign object becomes lodged in the body, it should be removed. It's the only possible treatment. Okay, maybe it's because I've been missing out on my talks with Georgi, but my Daniel has not been convinced at all to, like, really be into the polyhedron. I mean, I can see that it's clearly a wonder. It's an impossible thing you'll never see. It's one of a kind. But why should I care as of right now? You surgeons are all about removal. Think about it. If the rod already pierced the tunnels, what choice do we have? If we take down the tower, blood will ooze from the wound it leaves behind. It will be enough for me to make panacea for everyone. For all the infected, Oinan. The polyhedron is linked to Simon. We cannot tear it down. You might be right. We have a wound-up military looking to raise the town to the ground. We can give them a different objective, the tower. We can sacrifice it and save the town. I need to think about it. You have 1 day, Oinan. Less than that. Tomorrow we make our choices. I know. We are different. We see the world differently. Yet without you, I would not have found the answer, and you wouldn't have found it without me. I recognize it and value it. I want you to see it too, Oinen. How gracefully our lines intertwined. My solution feels right to me. I'll be happy to consider yours, but you didn't offer one. I'll find it. Just give me time. Scholar. Did Yulia, the author of the town streets, know what tunnels they built over? Love how you have probably one of the most important conversations in this game while Artemis is all shirtless. I love this. I have a terrifying suspicion about what exactly Buras saw underground. I must ask him. There's so many thoughts. There's so many thoughts. I'm overwhelmed. Earth's wound. Could he have seen the polyhedron's counterweight? Yes. Yes, it seems the miraculous polyhedron caused the plague. Did Georgi know what his family's creation threatened the town with? Well, I now have to question Georgi and Yulia. I've still yet to come to my own ending. Artemis has provided his ending. Please, I desperately need a big cathedral debate. Second part isn't surprising at all. Oh, and covered in blood. Well, this seems to be a checkpoint here. So we finished that, so I should be able to continue these tomorrow. We also have to go see Ruben. We also are not done speaking.
The town can be cleansed. I know now how to prepare enough panacea.
What? Seriously, are you no, I don't want to miss out on this, but this is funny. Are you sure you don't need medical help? This morning, a woman from the capital was here at the shelter. She told me to come back in the evening to learn the secret of the plague. Yes. Do you know her, Bura? It was I who told Aglaya to summon you here. If I return from the trial. It was I who told Aglaya to summon you here if I return from the trial. Are you unhappy, Oinen? You're on the first name basis. Huh. As I am with everyone. Anything else? What have you two been doing? Nothing. Oh my god. We just yap. We're just yapping.
The town can be cleansed.
Oh, same conversation.
I know how to prepare enough panacea.
Seriously, are you sure you don't need medical help? I'm a doctor too, Oinen, so no. Are you bothered by my appearance? Oh, on the contrary. I shouldn't have to explain the morphology of myth to you. I underwent initiation. I was reborn. In pain and blood. It was required. I hope you're not putting up a facade. Now's not a good time to die to a beating. I've already died, Oinen. There, below the ground. And I managed to return. It's good that the marks are on it's good that the marks on the body remained. They won't let me forget. You already died underground? Like, is he being literal? Because then that would line up with Pathologic Classic where he jumped in a hole and literally died. But this literal death didn't occur in Pathologic 2. I'm glad to see you back above ground. He jumped into the hole? That's what did he really? Exhausted, hurt, covered with blood. It's like he's been through hell. Triumphant. W timeline. So, I don't know. Why does it feel like I'm taller than him? That feels wrong. Take off the pants. Where's Aglaya? I need more answers about Aglaya. Please show up to our cathedral debate tomorrow looking like this. Thank you. Okay. We have to go question the architects of this town about what was going on here.
A life led with purpose never ends in death. Death only comes to those who live pointlessly.
The town is unusually quiet today, is it not? I believe I heard bird song this morning, for the first time in a long while. I don't know what birds you're hearing, unless it's crows. I see that you are very weary. Never mind, there is very little left. I came to tell you the polyhedron is the cause of the plague. You have a singular talent for beginnings, Bachelor. Upon what grounds do you rest so grave a claim? In the heat of feeling, people are exceedingly fond of flinging words as though words are weightless. I know about the spike the tower is pinned upon, and I know about the underground rivers of blood beneath the town where the plague was born. So, your tentative gaze has pierced both our earth and our firmament. So did you know or not, Georgi, the Kynes commissioned the polyhedron? I am glad you are here. Glad that you came to me. Come with me, Bachelor. There is little time left. Presently, you will understand everything. You need only step into Simon's focus, and there you will find answers to every question. Good. I've got plenty of questions, and I'm not leaving without answers. We're going to Simon's focus? Oh my god. Answers? From Georgi Kyne? Where are the answers? I am sorry, Bachelor. This door will not open for... What? For another 29 days. I fear you will not leave here alive. Farewell. So that's it? You'll just lock me in here? You think you'll get away with it? Everyone here has blood on their hands. You yourself believe as much. So then he fucking knew! You're insane! Your whole family! You're all mad! Believe me, I do not wish to do this to you, yet you stand upon the threshold of a great decision, with all the cards in your hand, and you yourself have laid them before me. Understand this, to play so high a hand, one must be worthy of it. Is this another test? Let me out! The fucking bastard! I bet if I had fully come to understand Simon, he wouldn't have done this. There's no escaping it this time. I can't believe it, this bastard. I'm just forced to reload. Georgi killed me. Of all people. Death by Georgi. You're a dirty bastard. You are a dirty bastard. Goodbye. Let's go see Yulia. Okay. You're not Yulia. Ooh, are you her assistant? Where is Yulia? You're Denkovsky, aren't you? I've heard of you. I was looking for Yulia. Is she home? She's out. For a walk. You said that in such a tone. Is everything alright? Yulia needs to be alone. And I need her professional advice as soon as possible. Denkovsky, Yulia needs to be alone. End of story. I expect she'll be back after 2. Come then. I hope she's alright, as far as that's possible now. Paradox. Yulia isn't here, time-wise. I couldn't have spoken with Barak yet, either. My head is spinning. I'll come back later. No, I won't betray Andre. Oh my god. Oh my god, the thoughts. The thoughts. There's nowhere I can go to pass time. Oh, let's do this. There is an event going on at the station. Okay, maybe it's the kids, maybe it's Eva? Oh, is it you guys? I mean, I wrapped up the quest with you guys, but you guys have an unrelated thing going on? What are you on about? Have you never seen a rat before? Honestly, Chaikin, you should be ashamed. A soldier, scared of rats. That was no ordinary rat, sir. It was giant, walking on its hind legs, its claws clicking at the pavement. And when it saw me, it put a finger to its lips. A train with the town's children was supposed to depart today. I don't see it. Has it already left? Chaikin, what train is he talking about? What's he saying? I don't rightly know, sir. I haven't set off any trains today. Everything's blocked by our guns, so even a rat couldn't get by. Sorry. Where did the children from the polyhedron go, then? That's a question for those in charge of the evacuation. Who's responsible? To evacuate children, you'd have to bring them to the station, and I'm sorry to tell you, but no children were brought here. I found a pair of children's sandals on the tracks recently, some scattered toys. Saw a rat too. But the children, no, I haven't seen them. Did the prophet lie to me? But the polyhedron has been vacated. What does that mean? Don't deceive yourself, Denkovsky. No one has ever seen the children from the polyhedron again. To what distant lands did they relocate? What does that mean? Where are they? Okay, hi Yulia, you're home.
When I secluded myself in silence, the world around me got louder.
Your visits, Denkovsky, really mean anything good. I came by earlier. You weren't in, and your friend told me in such a way. Are you alright? Who is these days, Denkovsky? No, I'm not alright. No, you can't help. And no, in the end it doesn't matter much. Asya's just worried about me. Don't trouble yourself. You said I can't help, but if that changes, I'm at your disposal. Thank you. Asya said you had something urgent. What is it? Tell me, Yulia, you laid out the streets here. Do you know anything about underground tunnels beneath the town? I've heard a stepped tale. The earth under our feet is a body, and blood runs through that body. It's not a tale. The tunnels exist. You can get into them through the abattoir, and it looks like they're the cause of the epidemic. What? Artemy Barach went below. He found they've been draining bull blood into the tunnel under the town for years. That blood is infected. Damn it. Do you even understand what that means? I know what it means to me, but what does it mean to you? All I've done these last days is scribble formulas, trying to find out where I miscalculated. Why does that street in the atrium behave the way it does? Why is it broken? Why does it not work the way it was designed to? That's why. I never accounted for any underground tunnels in my calculations. You think that tunnels could have affected the street? Psychogeography. Psychogeography is a young science. It has too many unknowns, but some things are easy to grasp. A street is a vector of movement. When you lay streets, you have to consider the neighboring vectors. And a tunnel is a vector of movement too. Just because we don't see the tunnels Just because we don't know of them doesn't mean they don't resonate with the system of streets. Do you see? More or less. What an idiot I am. Of course. Of course the underground vectors are knocking my trajectories off. It's a blessing it turned critical on only one street. I've wasted so much strength trying to find the flaw in my calculations, but the flaw wasn't in the calculations. The flaw was in the ground. I hear relief in your voice. Of course, I found an answer. A terrible one, but even that is better than nothing. Better than being tormented by not knowing. So, can you fix the street in the atrium? I'm afraid it can't be fixed, but now I at least know what is wrong with it. And yet... Denkovsky, I've gotten carried away with my own trouble and lost sight of the fact that you came to me for something too. You did not tell me about tunnels for nothing. I need your help. It's about the polyhedron. Explain. I know the polyhedron rests on a long spike. It goes deep underground. It must have pierced one of the tunnels, and the old bull blood came up, infected the town. Monstrous, and perfectly consistent. I suspect it happened gradually. You know, settlements. And then the children moved in. The weight rose sharply. Yes, almost certainly. Offhand, I find that hypothesis extraordinarily persuasive. I'm no engineer, not at all, but I came to you because I'm sure there has to be a solution. Some kind of compromise. If the Stomaton's tower pierced one of the tunnels, then, in theory, we might leave the tower alone and divert the underground river. Or block it. Blow something up. Put a sluice somewhere. It is feasible. But I need data. A detailed map. I can't offer you anything blindly. What I just now realized is that I think I know why I need Karminski alive. If I want to go down the route of preserving the polyhedron, he's gonna be my #1 supporter. He's all about impossible objects. That's the impossiblest thing in the world. Like, of course he's gonna want to help me protect that. The tunnels seem to be enormously long. Even if we go down there, mapping them will take too long. The entrance is in the abattoir, you said. That's Olgimsky territory. So Big Vlad must know about the tunnels. He likes to play the simpleton. But I've seen his library. I'm sure there's a map in his archives, or at least something useful. Wait for me with the map, Yulia. I'll find it. I have to, if it's a way to save both people and the polyhedron. Ally. If I bring Yulia the tunnel maps, perhaps we can stop the plague with minimal bloodshed. The entrance is beneath the abattoir. Olgimsky must know about them. Okay. Well, at least Yulia knows that it's not all her fault now. Maybe running away with Yulia isn't the best ending for her. Because then you deprive her on this realization that the town is... well, that street wasn't working properly because she didn't know fully about the town. I'm sure the Kynes purposefully did not tell her about this. And so she couldn't even build a proper street, no matter how hard she tried. Capella's locked up. Are you gonna give me anything?
World viewed through a glass. Microscope.
Grip.
Or camera.
Grab. Rob. Grub.
What do you still want of me, Bachelor? Have you not drunk enough of my blood? Funny you mentioned blood. That's precisely why I'm here. I know about the underground tunnels beneath the abattoir. And how am I to take that? Still playing dumb, Olgimsky? I'm tired, Bachelor. Enough accusations. Say what you came for. I found out they've been draining bull blood into the tunnels under the abattoir for years. That's where the bacterium took root, and now it has surfaced. And what of it? To drain bull blood. Is that a crime? In our trade, it is called disposal. Or do you imagine that at slaughter, blood simply vanishes? Of course it is drained into the earth. Where else is it to go? So you knew all along. I own the abattoir, Bachelor. What sort of master does not know his own domain? Why did you keep it quiet? Kept it quiet? Listen to him. Go on. Do you have any notion? How much I carry on my back? Shall I account to you for everything? How was I to know you would suddenly need those damn tunnels? I need a map of the tunnels. Now. We use those tunnels as a cesspit. Why would I keep a map of a cesspit? What's with the habit you intellectuals have, forever crawling through filth? Farkhad went nosing there, and now you. What does Farkhad have to do with it? Though I suppose he was one of the town's architects, it makes sense he'd take an interest in the ground. A whiplash can be caught. That is what I told him at once. I will not let you into the abattoir, you fool. And he raised a din. A man of many talents, but he lacked the one that matters, knowing when to be silent. So other men had to close his mouth. Forever. Andre? Why did he need it? Did he ever say? You need only know this. Farkhad met a bad end. Do not follow in his footsteps. Is that a threat? Why would I threaten you? I'm only stating what is. My men went too far with Farkhad. I admit it. They overreached where they should not have. It was needless. Needless. But what is done cannot be undone. And now, what will you haul me to the... And now what? Will you haul me to the court again for old business when new business is without end? So that's how Farkhad died. He tried to get to the bottom of those tunnels. He did get to the bottom of it. In his way. I would not let him in, so he talked the kin into it. Slipped about down there. And Shaken. Fool. You chose the worst company. Talent and fool, both. Do not be the fool, Bachelor. So someone from Shaken led Farkhad into the tunnels behind your back? Seems they did. And what good did it do? I'm trying to warn you. Some secrets keep themselves. After that, it no longer matters whether I gave an order or someone else. If Farkhad was in those tunnels, he must have drawn a map. He's an architect, after all. Tales of bygone days. Olgimsky clung to the family project like a vice, but he told me the maps were made by the now-deceased architect Farkhad, with the help of steppe people in the settlement. Huh. Was it just random kinfolk who led Farkhad into the abattoir, or was it like specifically Foreman Oyen or something? Here we go. Aspity. And Taya! Hi, Taya! Looks like this is Taya's, tent. Zegte-kun! I was waiting for you. Did you bring oat talc?
Ha?
What dragged you here? Why have you come, Tenig? I know about the tunnels under the town, and the rivers of blood. The plague came up from there. You're walking the rim of a pit, Teneg. Plenty have fallen already. Want to fall too? It's a long way down. A threat? Forgive me. You don't look like anyone's executioner. Bodo will punish you. I need only point a finger. This finger has Gemnigdibi more than a few. Any outsider who knows about the rivers ought to drown in them. Even Farkhad? He knew about the rivers as well, didn't he? Farkhad was a Tomo-kun. He made me laugh and laugh, and he drew little bulls for me. You're making it up, girl. Farkhad died long before you were born, if I got it right. No, you're making it up. And then who drew my little bulls? Farkhad was looking for the underground tunnels beneath the abattoir. Farkhad always asked for too much, Yeki. Always wanted more. The steppe loved Farkhad. The kin let him stay among us. Manya Dunda Bagti. Farkhad went to the tunnels beneath the abattoir, and he drew them on paper. He drew a map? Farkhad broke Uge Ugegti. He promised the underground rivers were ours alone. He was told no one must know about them. He broke Ugde Ugegti, and he paid for it. What are you hinting at? That the kin killed him? Farkhad Alagda himself. He broke his vow. Want to know how the blood river run? Want to know how the blood rivers run? Speak true. It feels like a trick question. Answer, Tanig Dagai. Answer, Tanig Dagai-kun. If you want in, we'll show you. But you have to say the wanting yourself. And then what? They're gonna kill me? Alright, I agree. Farewell, Zegti-kun. Farewell, girl. Oh my god, the abattoir? They're letting me in the abattoir? This is crazy. Now you will go to a Longo Mshim. Jump. Huraki. How long has this pit been here? I can't even see the bottom. You want to know the secret paths in Bodo's belly? You will see them with your own eyes, Mshim. Do you have a map at least? How am I supposed to get back out? Your heart will point the way out, Mshim. You are Tabimar. You will find the true path. I can't climb down there. I'll fall. Time, Bakai. Jump, or we'll throw you down by force. So that's another explanation for what happened to Farkhad. Stop it, 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 stop it. What the fuck? You too. Holy shit. They almost threw me in a bloody abyss, but they picked the wrong person. He crawled underground and made maps. The maps are lost, but Farkhad shared his discovery with his best enemies, the Stomatans. Peter shares his brother's fate and responsibility. Today, Andre can be found at the cathedral. Can I actually go in, though? So this is... When did this happen? Results of artillery fire? A karst sinkhole? The underground tunnels have partially collapsed. Does this threaten the entire town? Daniel can also go into the hole? We gotta try it! Oh, wait. No, I can't. Maybe if I let them beat me up? I mean, they were clearly gonna kill me. Could I have gone in if I... They were gonna kill me! They almost threw me into a bloody abyss, but they picked the wrong person. We gotta find out. We gotta find out. I can't resist a good hole. I mean, they just attack me. They're clearly just gonna kill me. They're not throwing me in the hole. No, they kill me. There's no surviving the hole. The hole was never an option. This one would be Andre.
Nude, naked, gullible, vulnerable.
Today, I'm going to get properly drunk. Come along, Denkovsky. We'll toast my latest masterpiece, eh? I'm here about the old one. Barov wants to tear down the polyhedron. Your masterpiece is the cause of the plague. You do know how to spoil a man's mood. I'm tired of hearing that nonsense. How long is this going to go on? It's Farkhad's fairy tales, that's all. Barach, you say, and how would he know? Damn it, you knew? All this time? You knew about the spike in the underground rivers? Of course I knew about the spike. What a stupid question. Do you really imagine an author doesn't know what lies at the foundation of his own work? You disappoint me, Denkovsky. I'm not asking only about the spike. Did you know where it ended up and what it broke through? Farkhad spent years yapping that our verticals were heresy, and that one must build the Farkhad way, outward. Then one day, he comes in and says our masterpiece has punched its spike through some tunnels, and that it'll end badly. And it did end badly. For Farkhad, that is. What are you saying? You killed him? I cut him with my favorite knife. I wanted to pay my last respects. So what then? Farkhad died, and you and Peter decided to do nothing? Leave it as is? Just accept that the polyhedron damaged the underground tunnels? First of all, nothing has been proved. It's Farkhad's fairy tales. I'm sure he made them up to smear Peters in my work. Even drew his idiotic map, thinking I'd believe he'd been down there. He botched it, of course. If that map were real, the whole town would have collapsed into the earth long ago. I'm on your side, Andre. I want to save the polyhedron from demolition, but for that I need the map. How should I know where it is? We didn't bury Farkhad with it. Try asking Farkhad himself. Peter's always yapping at his grave. Swears the grave answers back. Thanks for the advice, but I haven't gone mad yet. Desecration. All Andre cares about is that he finally defeated Farkhad. I don't understand why he killed Farkhad, though. I guess he saw Farkhad's investigation. I guess I understand. He saw Farkhad's investigation as a way to ruin he and his brother's name.
A man's nerves can only take so much.
Someday it will end. Sooner, I hope. I can't bear it anymore. I have no strength left. I'm gonna do that again. Someday it will end. Sooner, I hope. I can't bear it anymore. I have no strength left. Pull yourself together, Peter. This is serious. They want to tear down the polyhedron. It looks like the plague began because of it. I knew it would come to this. I did not think it would come so quickly. Farkhad said it. He said the polyhedron's shadow would catch us. And he was right. Right about everything. And I treated him so horribly. Don't tell me you killed him too. The whole town keeps confessing to murdering Farkhad today. I was afraid that Farkhad was right. I hoped that if he fell silent, if he went into the ground, his truth would follow him. But truth is stronger than death, is it not, brother? What truth are you talking about? The earth's wrath. Farkhad believed the stepfolk were right, that to pierce the ground so deeply is dangerous. He brought proofs, drew maps. You were right in everything, my friend. Forgive me. Forgive me for it all. I need that map. With it, we'll save the polyhedron from demolition. How wonderfully ironic. For years, I lived in dread that my masterpiece would vanish. And now, I don't dread it at all. Brother, now I find myself hoping they do it. Because then I will no longer have to exist in its vast, lightless shadow, just as Farkhad foretold. What a relief. I need Farkhad's map. Do you know where it is? Everything of value Farkhad kept in his boudoir? Is that how boudoir is spelled? I've never seen the word, but I've heard it. Everything of value Farkhad kept in his boudoir. Those walls must remember more secrets than any living mouth. But whenever we visited, he would blindfold us. I remember only the thin, glassy chime of a key. But where that key is, where that boudoir is. Have you asked Farkhad? Farkhad is dead. Did you forget? Then speak with his grave. We set him a monument on a flawless foundation. Are you serious? What else is left? I go to his grave often. Sometimes he answers. I'm not drinking that much Dwyrene. Collective guilt. The Stomatons won't help me with the map. This is a dead end. Peter only regrets Farkhad. No use at all. Georgi, after all? No, I can't. He'll murder me. But maybe Grace could be of help? I don't know. I guess I'll try Georgi again. Maybe I lost to dialogue last time. Maybe he won't murder me this time.
In emptiness, I see myself clearly.
I'm too old. Nothing can harm me anymore.
We saw this already. I'll get straight to it. Did you know, Georgi, that the polyhedron is the cause of the plague? I'm just trying to work out what we do now. I'm glad you're here. Glad you came to me. Come with me. There's no time left. You'll need to step into Simon's focus. Yeah, he's gonna trap me again. And Farkhad, did he tell you about the underground tunnels? He found them. Farkhad was a continuous man. Gifted, yet continuous. Contentious? Contentious. Farkhad was a contentious man. Gifted, yet contentious. His obstinacy cost him his life. Farkhad, Big Vlad threatened me as well when I started asking about Farkhad. Come now, Doctor. Paranoia does not become you. I give you my word. Presently, you will understand everything. All answers lie in Simon's focus. Come, I shall show you. No, I'm not going anywhere with you. I don't trust you. Verse. Georgi knew. I have no more ideas. Is Farkhad truly lost forever, along with his knowledge? I lost all leads and found no trace of Farkhad. I'll start from the end, from his grave. Ooh. Okay. We can't end there. We can't end there. We gotta figure out what's going on with Farkhad. Dude, is this real? Does it exist? Well, at least I won't die this time. To Georgi, of all people. Grace, could you be of help?
They claim it's healthy, but the taste is unbearable.
Are you alive? I thought I heard your voice, and it was a dead man's voice. You're both here and... You're both there and here. How is that possible? Oh, this is about the Rat Prophet. Have you heard anything about the Rat Prophet? I know him, yes. I know. Where his ratty little paw touches, there's trouble. He feeds on the dreams of the living and the screams of the dead. He silenced my dead. It got easier, but worse. Was it him who asked you for the bone? I see. Artemy gave the dead to the Rat Prophet in this timeline. How do you know about the bone? You're not the first to come here hunting a bone to strike a deal with the Prophet. Did he tell you why she needs it? Did he tell you what's waiting for you? He'll carve a flute out of the bone, and he'll be able to lead the children out of the polyhedron. How desperate you must be if you turn to the Prophet. That's a fairly accurate description of my state. Will you help me? Seek no bones here. Here is their place. To lay a hand on them is worse than robbing the poor. If you want a bone, go to the albinos. They're like magpies, pulling everything into their own nest, even the bones of those who died in solitude, or at someone else's hand. But these are not brought to me. I believe I know what you're talking about. Who? I've met those creatures. Few have seen them, but here, near the Raggy Barrow, they dance on moonlit nights. They say Earth molds them from straw and damp. It is also said they've built their nest at the train graveyard. I never went there. I'm frightened. What are you afraid of? Trains have iron, hollow souls, big ones, full of flame and ash. I'm afraid to listen to their hum. Their hum is like terrible moans, and when there are many at once, it hurts. Trains are just machines. They don't have souls. Okay, what about Farkhad?
Do you want me to sing you a lullaby?
It's so quiet today. No one's screaming or crying from under the ground. The dead have gone stiff, waiting for the living's fate to be settled. Tomorrow it will be settled. Why tomorrow? Tomorrow the living will be gone, and the dead will be cramped beneath the ground. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't come to that. You're the reason it will. That's what the dead think. Why? You're clinging to your reality and you won't let go. You think it's the only true one. You break the others, bend them to fit you. The dead know it and they're angry. The dead don't get to decide how the living live. Stubborn doctor, you've got to accept there are many realities, and they're all hidden in the head, like souls inside a nutshell. Things only exist when we're looking at them. So you've got to learn how to look. That's what Farkhad said. Farkhad was wrong. Farkhad's dead, but the still water and the cathedral are standing. How does that add up? He's watching from his grave. He's watching them from his grave, and he won't let them vanish. The still water and the cathedral stand because the dead authors kept his unblinking gaze on them for years. Can I talk to the dead author? You can. I just don't know if he'll answer you, or if you can hear him. Your ears have grown rigid. No one can shout through them from the other side. So what, talk to the grave? Fine, I'll try. There are no shadows. Grace suggests I speak with Farkhad myself. If only it were that simple. Whoa. Elusive Farkhad. Enigmatic Farkhad. It seems you're the only one left with answers to my questions. But you're dead. Who killed you? Andre? Daniel Denkovsky. No, I didn't kill you. Daniel Denkovsky. You're answering me, Monument. Whoa, what? Here lies Farkhad, the most stubborn of architects, from his inconsolable colleagues. P.E.T.A. Gemini. Tell me, Farkhad, who killed you? What? I'm afraid that stays between the one that struck and the one that fell. Too intimate. And not something you say aloud. It's indecent. Wait, what? Who said that? You came to speak with the tombstone, and you're surprised it answers. A funny man, truly. I know you went down into the tunnels beneath the town. I need a map of them. Badly. Why? The map can save the town. You're not trying to save the town. You're trying to save the polyhedron. The work of my sworn rivals. There's a certain irony in that. I could take offense and refuse, but death's taught me restraint. I haven't held anything against the Stomatons in a long time. Why do you talk about the Stomatons like that? Did they really kill you? One of them at least? From this side of death, it doesn't matter who killed whom. There's no last judgment, no karma, no redemption, and nothing. Will you help me? You'll find the tunnel map in my study. You can reach it from the Stillwater. And the key is the moat in the Stillwater's eye. Go. I live in the Stillwater. There's no eye there. Everything's got an eye. Even this grave, see? It's shaped like one. I do. What? Good. I'm glad you can see it. Even though this time it's different. It does look like an eye in another telling of this story. In every telling. Farkhad's grave changes. So it's not the grave talking, it's you? Hiding behind it and muttering? Why the charade? You wanted to speak with Farkhad, didn't you? Farkhad is absent. When he was alive, he let me speak in his name whenever he was absent. So I speak. I remember some of what he knew. So you know where Farkhad's study is and where the key is? I am the cathedral's caretaker, not the Stillwater's. I have access to Farkhad's memory, but not to his study. A dead man's memory is a delicate and brittle matter. When I think of the key, I see images, an eye, and a moat within it, the Stillwater's eye. Find it, and you'll find the key. If only Eva were alive. I really genuinely thought I was talking to Farkhad. Okay. The Stillwater is Farkhad's creation, one of the locked rooms in Farkhad's study. The key to it is in a speck of the Stillwater's eye. I have a suspicion. I have a suspicion I know where it is. I'm gonna head straight for it and we'll see if I'm right. Now the eye of the Stillwater? I mean, the round room comes to mind. And this. Where was it? I mean, that was immediately what I thought of, this circle thing with the clock at the bottom. Glass key, a fragile glass key, amazing that it wasn't crushed. It seems that the moment it touches the keyhole, it will shatter into 1,000 fragments. A key of the first water. Was it, like, behind the clock? Like, it was in there somehow. What room is it? Collective glass shards. Farkhad's room. Heavy as the handshake of a stone hand. Not a trace of dust. Everything saturated with incense. Colorful oriental luxury. But not a trace of human warmth either. His blueprints. His design documents. It's just a form. He didn't plan an observatory. One can only look at the town. Wow. Oh, and the face is the face that's in the cathedral. Tobacco and morphine. Could there have been documents here? There's only a scent of elegant pipes here. Nothing in common with the fury and madness of Peter's paintings. The iridescence is mesmerizing, and yet the combinations are disturbing. Map of the underground, an unfinished map of underground passages. We found it. Does it have to take up a physical slot? No. For a brief moment it did. How wrong I was when I moved into the Stillwater. I have the maps. Time to give them to Yulia. I found the key. A rough map of winding and self-crossing passages. Looks like the tunnel stretched for many kilometers. As if worms chewed through the earth. The drawing is unfinished. Okay, I have the map. They don't want to confirm who killed Farkhad. Vlad threatened me about Farkhad. The kid threatened me about Farkhad. Andre threatened me about Farkhad. Georgi threatened me about Farkhad. I think everybody killed Farkhad. Nobody liked that he wanted to look into this.
An act leads to a habit. A habit leads to a character. A character leads to a conclusion.
While you were away, I went through my archives from the last 7 years. 5 times the ground gave way, where every drawing and calculation insisted there were solid rock, and every time the Olgimskis claimed the collapsed territory at once. Now you can match those spots to the tunnel map. Here. I can't believe I'm holding this map in my hands. If only Farkhad had shown it to me back then. Maybe I would have dropped everything and left, or maybe I would have been killed alongside him. I'm devoting this entire night to calculations. Come back tomorrow morning. Tell me, Yulia, what do you know about Farkhad's death? I was out of town when he died, so I only know what others told me. Why do you ask? They all knew about the blood rivers, all of them, and someone killed Farkhad before he could show you the map. I always thought it was strange too. No one could explain clearly how he died. Poor Farkhad. Even dead, you're still helping us. Do you think there is hope? Will this map help? Engineers learned long ago how to redirect rivers, even underground ones. But a river can't simply vanish. It must be turned, and turned safely, into a new course. At first glance, the tunnel network under the town appears quite chaotic. I need time to find weak points and see whether it's truly possible to drain that ill-fated tunnel beneath the polyhedron. So we might not have to sacrifice anything. Save everyone. Farkhad's maps are a masterpiece. Yulia will need a night of calculations, and tomorrow we'll understand how to save the town. We're finally coming to our ending. I can't believe there's such a big conspiracy going on. That literally involved so many major players in the town. The Olgimskis, the Kynes, the Stomatons, the Kin even. All of them cooperating to cover up Farkhad's death and his investigation. This really was, crazy. This is crazy. This whole conspiracy. The fact that so many parties participated in covering up. Wow. And also, Doom. Doom today. I'm very sad about Yakov. I disappeared the children into who knows where. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Anyway, we are ending it here. Next we'll finish off day 11 and move on to day 12. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.